Gungo.
The day was young. The sun was scorching hot, and that day had already thought about the state of his life 10 times in the past 5 minutes. Ijesha, Ijesha, he screamed at the top of his voice, trying to call the attention of potential passengers he would carry from Ojuelegba to Ijesha Market. The harsh sun gleamed brightly off of the yellow paint of the danfo buses. Ijesha, Ijesha, he called again. As the bus slowly filled up, he found himself thinking about his life again. He, a first-class graduate of petrochemical engineering from the University of Lagos, driving a rickety danfo bus, fighting off street boys and thugs. He couldn't believe his reality. "Driver, the bus don't full oh," a passenger called him out of his thoughts. "I'm really sorry you all," he apologized to them. But no one replied. Maybe they were also lost in the thoughts about their own realities, as they thought. He tried to start the car, but it just coughed out smoke and went still again. After the third try and the impatient grunts of his passengers, the bus sputtered to life and he began the journey. After 3 trips, the sun was at its highest point, and the only thing more annoying than the heat was the hunger pang tearing through his stomach. He entered his favorite buka, owned by Mamobi. There were a group of other men there too. Some were also bus drivers like him, while the others did other things at the park. "Professor! Professor!" They all hailed him as he entered, and he waved back at them, smiling. "Customer, the usual?" Mamobi asked him. He nodded yes and took a seat near a window so the breeze would cool him down, as the fans weren't working due to the fact that there was no electricity. He looked around, wondering what was happening in the lives of these other people. "Uncle, your food is ready," a little child said as he dropped Ade's food on the table. A steamy plate of jollof rice and 2 pieces of meat that looked like he begged for it. "Mamobi, shouldn't this child be in school? What is he doing here?" Ade asked, getting upset. "Customer, I know, but what will I do as I can't afford the school fees? Business isn't going well. The prices of foodstuff just keeps skyrocketing. Tomatoes, eggs, fish, meat, they are now all so expensive. He's going to start in the government school next week. Education is now also very expensive," she said, looking defeated and sad. "But should these things be this expensive? It's not like they are being imported," Ade said, after swallowing a mouthful of smoky jollof rice. "They shouldn't be. The people selling them just add an unreasonable amount of money and give weak excuses for their extortion. It's unfair," Mamobi lamented. "The government is doing a very terrible job. Nothing is working at all. Not the health sector, not the education sector. The roads are bad. Terrible electricity. Nothing is working. Nothing," a vulcanizer, Babasala, said. "The government is terrible, yes, but the people are just as terrible," Mamobi said. "Why do you say that?" Babasala asked. "Why won't I say that? Look at how costly everything is. It shouldn't be so. Nigerians are now so comfortable living a dog-eat-dog life. Everyone wants to rip off the next person, use the next person, and then still blame it only on the government. It's not right," Mamobi said. "I had a passenger tell me about how he is on the verge of losing his job because he can't afford using a cab service and had to settle for public transport, and he always gets to work late. The prices of these cabs are unreasonably high. And for what? A 10-minute drive costs around 13,000 naira, and that's on a good day. If you ask the cab drivers, they will tell you that fuel prices have gone up. Like that's excuse enough to literally steal from people," Ade said. "That's actually true. We are the architects of our problems. I mean, didn't the country choose the current administration?" Babasala asked. When you look at the way Nigerians behave, you'll see that we deserve our leaders, Baba Salah said. While that's true, I don't think we should really blame the citizens. The government makes it very hard. No employment opportunities, no facilities to encourage entrepreneurship, poverty, no housing. These things are enough to drive someone crazy, Ade said. No, don't say that. Two wrong things can exist at the same time. Is the government right for what it's doing? No. Are the people right for what they are doing to each other? No. Look at you, for example. The system failed you, but did you carry a gun to go around robbing people? No. If we as Nigerians don't come together to make things right from the foundation, we are still going to keep experiencing this reality. If we don't act right, we'll keep getting these leaders and nothing will ever change, Mama Obi said. And come next election, the same people complaining will still vote the same administration, and when they do, we'll deserve it, Baba Salah said. Don't say that, Baba Salah. I'm sure we've all learned from this experience, Ade said. I hope so. I really do. Because what we're experiencing in this country is not a life. Not at all, Mama Obi said, as she walked to the kitchen to check the food. After some time, Ade finished his food and paid Mama Obi. He walked out into the scorching sun and moved towards his bus. Ijesha! Ijesha! He called loudly for the umpteenth time that day, beckoning passengers into his bus. Ijesha! Ijesha! He called as it dawned on him just how much his country has failed him.
Gungo.